The Philadelphia Phillies continue to have problems with the Washington Nationals, dropping this series opener at Citizens Bank Park Friday night, 5-4 against the Nationals. They were coming off that four-game series split just last week against the Nationals. Now lost this first game of this three-game series again here. Did snap a four-game winning streak for the Phillies. So now they are back in the loss column. Aaron Nola is scheduled to start tonight, Saturday, in Game 2 against the Nationals in this three-game series. Welcome into Phillies Daily, everybody. I'm your host, Mike Hennelly. Make sure you guys subscribe for more Phillies content right here on Phillies Daily. Now, Jhoan Duran, he's human. He's not perfect, although we all thought he was. Nobody's perfect. Duran blew his first save with the Phillies last night, Friday night, since being traded from the Minnesota Twins at the trade deadline. The Phillies had a 4-3 lead going into the ninth inning. Obviously, a save situation for Duran, the Phillies closer. Electric stuff, electric player, electric closer, one of the best in baseball. Unfortunately, just wasn't his night last night, Friday night, in that 5-4 loss. The Phillies had the 4-3 lead. Duran came in, his entrance and all that hypes up Citizens Bank Park, and it just sends it into a frenzy. But again, unfortunately, didn't have his best stuff, didn't have everything working for him, and just fell short last night. In that loss, he allowed a double and then a game-tying RBI single in the ninth inning, tied it up 4-4. And then JT Realmuto, with that runner on second base, was trying to steal third, did steal third. JT Realmuto threw it down to third. Bad throw, went right by Alec Boehm into left field. Go-ahead run scored. Nationals took a 5-4 lead. And ultimately, the Phillies couldn't score to tie it up or take the lead in their half of the ninth inning and lost that ball game 5-4. Duran with the blown save, no longer perfect in that category with the Phillies. However, all three of the outs he recorded did come via the strikeout. So, still getting swings and misses, still throwing hard. Just unfortunate there with the RBI single, allowing that double, and then Realmuto with the bad throw to allow that go-ahead runner to score and ultimately be the game-winning run for the Nationals. Nobody's perfect, especially no relievers perfect, no closers perfect. Mariano Rivera, legendary closer, arguably the best of all time. He blew a ton of saves throughout his career as well. Duran still has electric stuff, and he will bounce back next time he's in a ball game for the Phillies. No issues there, no concern there. Again, still was throwing hard, still recorded 3 strikeouts. Just unfortunate for him. Not going to save every single ball game. The Phillies did have an opportunity to win that ball game because of some clutch hitting, specifically clutch home runs by Bryson Stott and JT Realmuto. Bryson Stott first with a 2-run game-tying home run in the 6th inning. The Phillies were down 3-1 at the time, tied it up 3-3. Wasn't really much going on offensively for the Phillies, but Bryson Stott came up clutch, and honestly, he's really known for his clutch gene throughout his Phillies career. Obviously hasn't had a great year overall. In 2025, didn't have a great year last year either, but he's had a lot of clutch moments, and he's starting to regain some of that clutch gene that he has had in the past, and especially we saw that last night in the Phillies lost, but still clutch 2-run home run, 2 tied up there, 3-3 in the 6th inning. And then JT Realmuto had that throwing error, which ultimately scored the game-winning run for the Nationals in the 9th inning. He did hit a go-ahead solo home run in the 7th inning, so he came up clutch as well. Both Bryson Stott and JT Realmuto have been hot at the plate as of late, and they've also been very clutch at the plate as of late. Hopefully that continues for both of them and for the Phillies offense as we move forward into the end of the regular season and right into October, into the playoffs. The Phillies need them hitting well and doing their thing at the plate. Taijuan Walker was on the mound yesterday. We all know Taijuan Walker hasn't lived up to expectations with that 4-year, $72 million contract he signed a few years ago with the Phillies. However, this year, huge bounce-back season for Taijuan Walker. Pitching-wise, both in the bullpen and starting rotation, he's gone back and forth from both of those roles here in 2025. An ultimate team player he has been, and he's been very impressive all season long in both of those roles. Last night, he had the start for the Phillies in that series opening loss to the Washington Nationals. Started off looking like it was going to be a classic Taijuan Walker, just crap show for the Phillies there. He allowed a walk, a single, and then another walk to start the game in the 1st inning. Again, didn't look like he was going to have his best start there, but he did eventually settle in. Unfortunately, well, I should say he loaded the bases there, but no, didn't load the bases. He walked the first batter, ended up picking off that runner at first base. He's actually really good, has a great pickoff move, so he got an out there. Good stuff by him there, but then he allowed that single and walk, 2 runners on, and then unfortunately a 3-run home run he allowed there in the first inning as well. The Nationals took an early 3-0 lead. Unfortunate stuff for Taijuan Walker. Unfortunate stuff for the Phillies getting into a hole that early in the ball game. But as I did say, Taijuan Walker settled in and he pitched well throughout the rest of his start. He went 5 innings, allowed just 3 hits. He did have 3 walks, 2 of those in the first inning, 3 earned runs off of that 3-run home run in the first inning, and he recorded 5 strikeouts in those 5 innings. Kept the Phillies in the game, gave them a chance to win. That's all you really can ask for out of a starter, especially for a guy that had a very bad season last year. And he's been doing it, keeping the Phillies in games all year long here for the Phillies in 2025. Great to see. He did have that pickoff in the first inning. He also got another pickoff later in the game. So he had 2 pickoffs in that loss to the Nationals. Again, something he's really good at. He's got a great pickoff move, and he showed that yesterday. Now, Aaron Nola, he is scheduled to start tonight against the Nationals in Game 2 of this 3-game series. Obviously, he did not have the start he wanted to have coming back from the IL with that ankle, rib injury, all of that Aaron Nola was dealing with for a few months there on the IL. Also, wasn't great in his first 9 starts of the season before he landed on the IL. Just a very bad season overall for Aaron Nola with the Phillies. Hopefully, he can get back on track and get back to the old Aaron Nola we were used to seeing throughout his long MLB career in the big leagues with the Phillies. Now, we need Aaron Nola to return to that form. He needs to be an ace caliber starter, not only tonight, but for the rest of the season and going into next season and the years following. We all know he has that capability. He's done it in the past. He was the Phillies ace before. Now, obviously, they have Zach Wheeler. Christopher Sanchez as well is an ace-worthy starter. But Aaron Nola has that potential. He's done it for a long time at the major league level. He needs to bounce back starting tonight in Game 2 against the Nationals. Give the Phillies a chance to win. Avoid a series loss to the Nationals. Obviously, they did split that 4-game series last week. You don't want to lose a series here against the Nationals. You want to get back in the win column, go into tomorrow on Sunday with a chance to win another series and go high into this huge New York Mets series at Citi Field starting next week here in just a few days. Aaron Nola needs to be on his game, and we need that version out of him starting tonight. He can do it. We've seen it. He needs to do it. Let's see what happens. Hopefully tomorrow we're talking about him having a good start and the Phillies in the win column. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Phillies Daily. I'm your host, Mike Henley. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe for more Phillies content right here on Phillies Daily. Again, thanks for watching, and as always, go Phils.